He eats his breakfast. He leaves his house. He walks to the bus stop. He waits 5 minutes. He gets on the bus. He puts in a quarter. He sits down. He looks outside the window. He sees his school. He walks to the bus door. He thanks the bus driver. He exits the bus. She is a teacher. She teaches third graders. She says good morning every day. She asks her students how they are doing. The students love her. She is good at her job. She does not get a lot of money. Teachers should get more money. They work so hard. Harry thinks his grades are very important. He studies a lot. He studies everywhere he goes. He studies at the library. He studies when he goes out to eat. He even studies when he goes to parties. His friends make fun of him. Harry does not care. He gets A's all the time. She takes out her coloring book. She gets her crayons. She opens the book. There is a drawing of a bunny dancing. She colors the bunny with a brown crayon. She colors the sky with a blue crayon. She colors the flower with a red crayon. She rips the page out. She sticks it to the wall. She goes to the library. She looks at the shelves. She pulls out a book. She opens the book. She reads the first page. She laughs. The book is funny. She goes to the checkout desk. She gives the book to the librarian. She takes out her library card. She gives it to the librarian. The librarian gives her back the card and the book. He gets ready to study at the library. He puts his science textbook in his backpack. He puts his pencils and pens in his backpack. He puts an eraser in his backpack. He puts a snack in his backpack. He might get hungry. He puts a notebook in his backpack. He is ready to study. He is at the library. There are a lot of people. Everyone is studying for their final exams. He finally finds a seat. He sits down. He takes out his book. He takes out a pen. He takes out a highlighter. He highlights the important parts. Then he takes a study break. He takes out his notebook. He reads his textbook. He copies the chapter title on top of the page. He writes down the important information. He highlights words he should remember. He turns the page. He takes more notes. He writes a summary on the chapter at the end. She is taking an English class. She has to write an essay. The essay is on penguins. She finds information on penguins from the internet. She finds information on penguins from books. Her first sentence is a riddle about penguins. Her last sentence is the answer to the riddle. He sits down in his seat. He gets a copy of the test. He reads a question. He writes the answer. There are 20 questions. He checks his answers again when he is done. The bell rings. The class is over. He gets up. He hands his test to the teacher. He is going to celebrate. He gets his essay back. He got a C-. He is mad. He feels that he deserves a better grade. He asks the teacher what went wrong. Mrs. Flores says he made a lot of grammar mistakes. He asks her to regrade it. She says no. He punches the wall. He gets in trouble. He has a school supplies box. There are 5 pencils inside. They are sharp. They are all yellow. They all have a pink eraser at the end. He has 2 erasers. One eraser is white. Another is pink. He uses the pencil to write something. He uses the eraser to fix his mistake. He takes out a pen. He takes off the cap. He drops it. He looks down. He does not see the cap. He looks around his desk. He still does not see the cap. Where could it be? He has to find it. The pen will dry out without the cap. He goes to the other side of the room. He sees the cap. She has a lunch bag. It has 2 pockets. There is one on top. That is the big pocket. She puts a sandwich inside. There is another in the front. That is the small pocket. She puts a pack of gum inside. There is a long strap, too. She can put it over her shoulder. He gets school lunch. It is not good. At least it is free. He looks around the cafeteria. He thinks about sitting with new people. There are a lot of different groups. He could sit with the athletes. He could sit with the drama club kids. He could sit with the rich kids group. He had a lot of choices. It is summer. It is 3 o'clock. It is very hot. He goes to the ice cream shop. He looks at all the flavors. There are so many. He wants to get chocolate, but he also wants vanilla. He decides to get both. The line is long. Everyone wants ice cream in the summer. She likes sour stuff. Lemons are sour. Lemons are yellow. She peels the skin off the lemon. She bites into the lemon. It tastes good. She spits out the seeds. The seeds are not good. Her mom says she is weird. Most people eat lemon with other food. He is hungry. He smells something good. It is coming from the kitchen. He leaves the living room. He goes to the kitchen. He sees a plate of chicken. It is hot. He gets a fork and a knife. He cuts a piece of chicken. He sticks the fork in it. He eats the chicken. He slices up tofu in 10 pieces. He puts the pan on the stove. He turns on the stove. He puts oil in the pan. He puts the tofu in the pan. He waits for the tofu to turn brown. He flips over the tofu. Now the other side is frying. He waits for the tofu to turn brown again. He turns off the stove. He stands in front of the supermarket. He stands behind a table. His chocolate is on the table. He has 4 boxes of chocolate. They are all different kinds. 1 chocolate bar costs $1. He is fundraising for the soccer team. A family buys 1 whole box. It costs $40. Kelly and Julie are best friends. They do everything together. They walk to school together every morning. They eat breakfast together. Kelly eats bacon and eggs. Julie eats cereal. They take the same classes. Kelly is good at math. Julie is good at English. They help each other out. They plan to go to the same college. Howard goes to a backpack store. He likes the red backpack. He looks at the tag. The backpack is $40. He asks the cashier if he can lower the price. I will sell it to you for $39. Howard shakes his head. How about $30, and I tell my friends to come here? The cashier agrees to that deal. He is bald. He wants to get a hat to cover his baldness. He goes to a hat store. There are a lot of different hats. There are caps. They are good to wear in the summer. There are beanies. They are good to wear in the winter. He buys a beanie and a cap. She needs to get new clothes. She does not fit into her old clothes anymore. She goes to the mall. She buys some dresses. She buys some skirts. She buys some jackets. She buys some pants. She buys some shirts. She has a lot of shopping bags. She can't wait to wear her new clothes. She goes to the mall. She goes inside a store. She sees a nice skirt. She takes it off the rack. She touches it. She goes to the fitting room. She tries it on. It fits perfectly. She goes to the cash register. She hands the cashier $10. The cashier puts the skirt in a bag. He puts on his white shirt. His mom tells him to be careful. White shirts get dirty easily. He says okay. He eats a pizza. His brother accidentally pushes him. He drops his pizza on his shirt. He screams. He takes off the pizza. There is an orange triangle stain. People think his boots are ugly. They are brown. They have yellow spots. He does not care what other people think. He loves his boots. He thinks that they are unique. Other boots are too plain for him. The yellow spots make the boots special. His mom tells him to get new boots. He says no. He collects shoes. He has 50 pairs of shoes. Some shoes are for running. Other shoes are for walking. His parents tell him to stop buying shoes. He is addicted. He works 3 jobs to get money for shoes. His favorite pair is designed by Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is a retired basketball player. He wants to pierce his ears. His mom does not want him to. She thinks boys should not have earrings. He tells his mom that it looks good. He asks his friends what they think. Some friends say he should do it. Others say it would look terrible. He thinks about getting a fake earring. It is Black Friday. Black Friday is always the day after Thanksgiving. A lot of stores have good deals. The stores are busy. The lines are long. People want to buy things. They buy clothes. They buy electronics. They buy cooking items. Sometimes people fight for items. It can get crazy. There is a big sale. Everything is 50% off. He likes the expensive watch. The original price is $100. The watch is now $50. He can afford it now. There is only one left. Someone else buys it before him. He is sad. He tries to find a similar watch. He cannot find one. She has a warm jacket. It is red. It is shiny on the outside. It is fuzzy on the inside. It is not too tight. It is not too loose. It has 2 big pockets on the side. She likes to put snacks inside. The zipper is colorful. There is a front pocket. She puts 2 pens inside. They play hide and seek at school. Kyle is the seeker. He closes his eyes and counts to 10. The other people hide. Some people hide behind trees. Some people hide behind the slide. Some people go inside classrooms. The seeker tries to find all his friends. He needs to find all 8 of his friends to win. He has a toy. He plays with the toy. He takes the toy everywhere. He takes it to school. During recess, he takes it out of his backpack and plays with it. He takes it when he goes out to eat. He takes it when he goes to swim practice. He wants to swim with his toy. His swim coach did not let him. It is spring. It is nice and sunny at the beach. The sun is shining. There is a nice breeze. People are swimming in the water. People are tanning under the sun. Sam is making a sand castle. No one else is making a sand castle. He can use all the sand he wants. He can make his castle huge. He puts his headphones in. His headphones block out all the noise. He picks his favorite song. It is a rap song. He dances along to the song. He dreams of becoming a professional dancer. He wants to be a backup dancer for famous rappers. He practices every single day. She puts her running shoes on. She leaves her apartment. She runs to her school. She likes to look at other houses. She likes the feeling of the wind in her face. She gets to the school. She sees the teacher. She does not like that teacher. She runs back home. It is Halloween. Halloween is the time when people dress up. Young people like to dress up. Old people just wear regular clothes. Children like to go trick-or-treating. They go to a house. They ring the doorbell. They say, "Trick or treat." They get candy. They go to another house. Keith hits John. John falls back. John cries. Keith laughs. John finds a teacher. He tells the teacher what Keith did. The teacher yells at Keith. Keith cries. Keith and John are both crying. Other kids laugh at them. Keith and John cry even more. The teacher gives them tissues. Jason blows a balloon. He wants to give it to his mom. Larry pops it with a pen. The sound scares Jason. Jason screams. He is mad at Larry. Larry laughs. Jason punches Larry. Larry falls down. Jason laughs. Larry gets up and punches Jason. The two get in trouble for fighting. She hears a meow. It is coming from a tree. She looks closely at the tree. She sees a cute white cat. It is stuck. She climbs up the tree. She brings the cat down. The cat's owner is happy. The cat's owner gives her $15. She buys her own cat with the money. You cannot kill a person. That is against the law. You will go to jail. You cannot kill someone else's dog. That is against the law too. You can kill an ant. No one likes ants. Ants eat your food. Ants invade your house. Killing ants is not against the law. She has a dog. It is white. It has short legs. It has pointy ears. It runs very fast. She plays with the dog. She throws a toy across the room. She tells the dog to get it. The dog runs. She watches it. The dog runs back to her. The toy is in the dog's mouth. He finds a dog on the street. There is no collar. He likes dogs. He takes it to his house. He washes it. He takes it to the veterinarian. The dog is sick. It will die soon. The surgery will not help that much. He decides to let the dog go. She has a big dog. It is a German Shepherd. She loves her dog. She walks it around town. Strangers always go up to her dog. They pet it. They pet it without asking. She gets mad. She does not like people touching her dog. She pulls her dog away from people. He goes to the park. There is a lake in the park. He takes out a slice of bread. He breaks it up into pieces. He throws them into the water. The ducks chase after the crumbs. He takes out another slice of bread. He throws the whole slice into the lake. 2 ducks fight over it. She is a babysitter. She charges parents $10 per hour. Babysitting is a part-time job for her. She goes to the house. She plays with the kids. She helps them with their homework. She cooks for them. The parents come back from work. They thank her. They pay her $80. He wants to work at a shoe store. He prints out his job application. There are 3 sheets of paper. He goes to the shoe store. He hands the sheets to the manager. The manager tells him to staple the sheets. He does not have a stapler. He finds a paper clip on the floor. He uses it. She is 16 years old. She can get a job now. She wants to work at her favorite restaurant. She can get discounts if she works there. She calls them. She talks to the manager. The manager invites her for an interview. She tells him about herself. The manager says he will call her next week. She works hard for her money. She works 40 hours a week. She wants to treat herself to something nice. She decides to go shopping. She goes into her favorite store. There are a lot of nice things. Everything is expensive. She sees a wallet she likes. It costs $50. She thinks about getting it. She ends up buying it. She is a doctor. She treats children. She takes care of them. She asks them what is wrong. She tells them everything is going to be okay. She gives them candy at the end. The children love her. She gives the prescription to the parents. Sarah has to do certain things before she sleeps. She has to light up candles. The smell helps her sleep better. She has to change into her pajamas. Pajamas are more comfortable. She has to read a story for 10 minutes. Reading makes her sleepy. After all that, she can sleep. She fills up a bowl with water. She pumps some liquid face wash onto her hand. She closes her eyes. She rubs the face wash all over her face. She puts her hands in the bowl of water. She splashes the water on her face. She does this until the water is all gone. She dries her face with a towel. He is walking. A woman stops him. She asks if he is Christian. He says no. She says that he should be. She gives him a Bible. He takes it. He reads it. He thinks it is really interesting. He cannot put it down. He goes to a nearby church. He prays. He is playing a game on his computer. He gets a glass of water from the kitchen. He puts it on his desk. He accidentally knocks down the glass. The water spills all over his keyboard. His computer screen turns black. He tries to turn his computer back on. It did not work. He goes to the movie theater. He sits down. He puts his feet up. He looks around. He eats his popcorn loudly. He uses his phone. He calls someone. He is talking loudly. He bothers everyone. The other moviegoers are mad. They tell him to get out. She brings her dress back to the store. It is too big. She needs a smaller size. The store does not have a smaller size. She returns it. She gets her money back. She sees another dress she likes. It is very pretty. She buys it. It is cheaper than the other dress. She has to be awake for the whole night. She cannot sleep. She decides to buy coffee. Coffee helps people stay awake. She buys 4 cups of coffee. There are 4 different flavors. She adds 2 packs of sugar to each cup. She takes a sip of coffee. It is hot and good. He buys a present for his girlfriend. It is her favorite book. He gets wrapping paper. He puts the book on top of the paper. He folds the paper. He tapes the paper down. He writes her name on it. He puts a bow on the wrapped book. He puts the present in a gift bag. Kate looks at the magazine. The magazine cover has a pretty girl. She has long hair. She has big blue eyes. Her skin looks nice. She is a fashion model. Kate opens up the magazine. She flips to pages where the model is. She reads about the model. She wishes she could be her. He loves a girl. He loves how she talks. He loves how she walks. He thinks she is pretty. He thinks she is smart. She is perfect. She does not know he loves her. He asks her out. She says no. He is sad. He still loves her. He will ask her out again. Tim gets down on one knee. He looks into Shirley's eyes. He asks, "Will you marry me?" Shirley cries. Shirley nods her head. Tim and Shirley hug. People around them clap. Tim and Shirley call all their friends and family. Tim's mom does not like Shirley. Tim does not care. She does not like her boyfriend. He is lazy. He never does anything for her. He does not have a job. He does not go to school. He just watches TV and plays video games. She wants to break up with him. She does not want to hurt his feelings. She plans out what she is going to say. She is lonely. She does everything alone. She watches TV by herself. She does not even like watching TV with her family. She even eats alone at restaurants. She is on her school's basketball team. She does not talk to the other players. She just plays the game. She has an ugly shirt. It is her good luck charm. When she wears it, good things happen. She likes to wear it when something important is happening. She wears it on days when she has tests. She wears it when she wants to impress someone. She wears it when she is feeling sad. He puts on his dishwashing gloves. He gets the sponge. He squeezes a little bit of dish soap on it. He picks up a plate with his left hand. He puts the sponge on it. He moves his hand in circles. He turns on the faucet. The water washes the soap away. The dish is clean. She walks up to the door. She looks inside her bag. She tries to find her key. She cannot find it. She thinks she left it inside the house. It is okay, though. She has a spare key. She lifts up the welcome mat. She picks up the key. She uses it. It works. She goes inside her house. They went to an amusement park. There are a lot of rides. Some are scary and some are for kids. There are a lot of food choices. There is cotton candy. There are corn dogs. There are so many people. It is Saturday. People are off work and school. There are lines for everything. She smells something bad. It's the trash can. It is completely filled. The bad smell is coming from the rotten food. There are black bananas and spoiled milk inside. She holds her breath. She pulls out the trash bag. She ties it. She puts in a new trash bag. He opens the refrigerator. He looks inside. There is only soy sauce. What is he going to do? He has no car. There are no markets close by. Then he sees a bag of rice. He cooks the rice with a rice cooker. Rice only takes 15 minutes to be ready. He puts some rice in a bowl. He pours soy sauce on it. She has to make a speech about birds. She is nervous. She does not like talking in front of people. She does not want to mess up. She does not want people to make fun of her. She tells her teacher she is scared. The teacher tells her to relax. All students are scared. Michael spills ketchup on his shirt. He goes to his closet. He picks out a clean shirt. It is blue. He takes off his dirty shirt. He puts his new shirt on. He puts the dirty shirt in the laundry machine. There are other dirty clothes inside. He puts detergent in the machine. He turns the machine on. He is homeless, but he can sing well. He takes off his cap. He puts it on the floor. He starts singing. People like his voice. They stop and listen. People put money in the cap. He thanks them. He sings for 2 hours. There is $50 in his cap. She is in the car. She waits for the car in front to move. The traffic is bad. A man on the street knocks on her window. She opens the window. He asks for money. She has no money. She gives him a sandwich. He is so happy. He asks another driver for money. She is hungry. She opens the refrigerator. She takes out bread, ham, lettuce, and cheese. She also takes out mayonnaise. She puts 2 slices of bread in the toaster. She waits for it to be heated. She puts mayonnaise on 1 slice. She puts ham, lettuce, and cheese on it. She puts the other bread on top. He works at a cafe. He cleans the tables. He takes away the dirty plates. He takes away the sauce bottles. He uses a rag to wipe the table. He does the same thing for all the tables. He sweeps the floor. He cleans the chairs. He puts the chairs on top of the tables at the end. He is at the Disneyland website. He picks the 1-day ticket. It is $100. It is very expensive. He wants to go, though. He puts in his credit card information. He submits his order. He gets a ticket in his email. He prints out the ticket. He puts it in a safe place. She goes to the newsstand. She wants to buy a newspaper. She wants to know what is going on. She buys the newspaper for the week. She reads the cover story first. It is about a murderer on the loose. It is scary. She looks at the cartoons. It is funny. He is a vegetarian. He does not eat meat. He believes that animals should not be killed. It is hard for him to go out with people. Most people like eating meat. He tells his parents to become vegetarians. They laugh at him. They can't give up meat. He picks out roses from his garden. He puts the roses in a vase. He pours water in the vase. He goes to his girlfriend's house. He rings her doorbell. She is happy to see him. She hugs him. She likes the roses. He tells her to water them every day. It is summer. The sun is out and shining. She goes to the beach. She lays a towel on the sand. She puts on sunscreen. It protects her skin. She puts on sunglasses. She does not want the sun to hurt her eyes. She lies down on the towel. She is excited to get tan. He is in a rush. He puts on a t-shirt and shorts. He leaves his house. He drives to work. It is cold at his workplace. He wants a jacket. He tries to turn on the heater. His coworkers get mad. He asks his friend if he has a jacket. His friend does not. It is time to clean. She gets a bucket. She fills it with water and soap. It is all bubbly now. She puts a sponge inside the bucket. It is wet. She scrubs the floor. It takes an hour. Her house is big. Later, she dries the floor with towels. He pours water in a pot. He puts the pot on the stove. He turns up the heat. He waits for 5 minutes. The water is boiling hot. He pours the water into a mug. He puts a tea packet inside. The liquid turns green. He puts some honey inside. He mixes it with a spoon. Juliana loves tattoos. She thinks they look really cool. She wants a lot of tattoos. She is scared of needles, though. She gets fake tattoos. One of them is an elephant. She puts the elephant tattoo on her arm. They do not look as nice as real ones. She sits on the couch. She grabs the remote control. She turns on the TV. She sees the news. She does not feel like watching the news. She goes to the next channel. It is the kids' channel. She changes the channel again. Mean Girls is playing. It is her favorite movie. He gets ready for basketball practice. He is the team captain. He wears a t-shirt and loose shorts. He wears basketball shoes. He fills up his water bottle. He puts it inside his gym bag. He also puts his basketball inside. He gets in his car. He drives to the gym. It is a dance competition. It is an annual competition. Winners get a trophy and money. The dancers perform together on stage. They perform a dance to a song. They chose a hip-hop song. There are a lot of dance steps. It is hard to memorize them all. Hundreds of people watch them. She is now 18. She can do a lot now. She can buy cigarettes. Cigarettes are bad for you, though. She can work full-time. She throws a party for herself. A lot of people come. She gets a lot of gifts. Her cousin gives her a pack of cigarettes. She says she does not want it. He is at the museum. He looks at a painting. It is a painting of a dog. He looks at it for a long time. Something about it is so beautiful. He looks at another painting. It is a painting of a man dancing. He looks at the painter's information. The painter's name is Ryan Howard. He sits down on the floor. People stare at him. He puts his fingers on the guitar strings. He plays a song. The song is about love. People tap their feet. They ask him to play another song. He is happy. He plays another song. His girlfriend arrives. He sings louder. She brings the item to the cash register. It costs $40.01. She looks in her wallet. She only has $40. She asks the cashier if it is okay. The cashier rudely says no. She looks at the floor. There must be a penny somewhere. A stranger taps her shoulder. He asks, "Need a penny?" He worries a lot. He thinks a lot about the future. He worries about who he is going to marry. He does not want to end up with a bad wife. He worries that he will not get a job. He does not want to be homeless. He worries that his friends will leave him. He does not want to be lonely. She stands outside the house. She looks to the left. She looks to the right. She waits for the mail carrier. A package from her mom is arriving. She sees the mail carrier. He is wearing a blue shirt. He waves hello. He gives her the package. She signs it. She runs into her house. She chews gum in class. The teacher gets mad. Mr. Hill tells her that she has detention during recess. She asks him what she has to do. He says she has to take the gum off the desk. He tells her to look under the desk. There is so much gum. She is grossed out. He is mad that he got fired. He cannot pay his bills. He is hungry. He does not have money to buy food. He decides to do something about it. He goes to a supermarket. He puts food in his bag and walks out the store. The alarm rings. The manager calls the police. He goes into the store. He goes to the video game aisle. He sees the game he likes. He looks around him. There is no one watching him. He puts the video game in his jacket. He is planning on selling the video game. It is a popular one. He walks towards the exit. The alarm goes off. He is a mean guy. He teases people. He calls people fat. He sends mean messages to his classmates. He trips people in the hallway. He cheats on all his tests. He steals people's money. He never pays attention to his teachers. Teachers do not want him in their classes. Today is the last day of college. Annie is moving out. She has 4 suitcases. She puts her clothes inside. She puts her book inside. She accidentally drops the books. They are heavy. She picks up the books. She looks at her chemistry textbook. She does not like chemistry. She is moving to another state. She is excited. She is also sad. She is excited to be in a new place. She is excited to meet new people. She is excited to start a new life. She is sad to leave her family. She is sad to leave her friends. She will miss a lot of things.